So we got some CM Punk news. So, you know, everybody's losing their mind about the CM Punk stuff because they're like, oh my God, here we go. I mean, you know, listen, unless something actually happens from this stuff, it's going to get annoying really quickly. You know, something needs to go down. Things need to happen to make me give a damn about this stuff. You know, because otherwise, dude, I'm just going to be like, all right, I'm sick of this. You know, I want some real shit to go down, or I don't care. But CM Punk did shit on Hangman Adam Page recently. Just the other night, I guess at the end of Collision or whatever, which is CM Punk's little show, so they can all stay away from each other, whatever. Yeah! Yeah! That guy doesn't take it up the ass.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Today I went to a local supermarket and I figured out why they call him Hangman. It's because the pegs in the toy aisle are full of Hangman action figures.
I don't believe this. Like, I don't even believe what he's saying right here. I don't believe that the supermarket carries AEW toys. Like, see, this is why I know this isn't real. Because we've heard from CM Punk before, he's like always living in the past. He's like become an old man. This is the same thing as when someone says, like, even when I say it, I'm like, hey, I was taping that. Well, I wasn't taping anything because there's no tape. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I went to the local grocery store aisle. No, you didn't. The grocery store doesn't have WWE action figures. The grocery store doesn't have Adam Hangman Page action figures. Like fucking Toys R Us had them, and Walmart has them, and maybe Target has them. There's no way the local supermarket has these toys. So right away, I know that this is just something he's saying. Whatever, he just wanted to talk shit, and he's making it up. So you could have said, I went to the local Walmart, you know, or something. But no, he said supermarket. That was the mistake by, you know, as far as I'm concerned.
Because nobody wants to buy them in the toy.
But you know what people do want to buy are the tickets to all the shows that Hangman are at. So that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Even though I don't even like Hangman, really, people seem to like the guy. I don't know, you know, why, but they do. I mean, well, I know why, because in the ring, he's kind of good. He's fun to watch in the ring. You know, his music is good. He's good in the ring. It's just, I don't ever want to hear from him. I never want to hear his promos or why he's doing anything, because when Hangman speaks, I start hating him. But when he shuts up and he just comes out there with the stupid cowboy music, I'm like, yeah, okay. But except he looks like a, you know, Brokeback Mountain cowboy, but whatever.
Aisle are full of Hangman action figures because nobody wants to buy them.
Oh!
You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
Me, who moves merchandise and pops ratings and sells.
Yeah, not much, Punk. Not much, CM Punk. Let me tell you something, bro. You don't pop a rating worth a shit almost anymore. Let me tell you that. When CM Punk shows up, these guys, like, they might actually get an extra, like, 50,000 viewers, maybe. Right? If they, like, really, really promote it, they might get an extra, like, 50,000 viewers. By the way, guys, welcome to the stream. And I am streaming, so whatever. We were live last night. If you want to help fund the show and help me stay alive, you can super chat, but fuck super chatting because that's not going to help me that much right now. Use the Streamlabs link at the top of the chat. Streamlabs is up there, or you can use Stream Elements, which you can expand in the description box down below. Stream Elements is a little better with credit cards if you have credit card problems. So Stream Elements down below, Streamlabs also down below, and Streamlabs pinned to the top of the chat. All the donation amounts are listed down below. Some still aren't. I'm fucking an idiot. There's a bunch of donation amounts. Hopefully you guys know them all by now. There's a whole bunch of new ones and different ones and things like that. But feel free to give them a shot if you guys want to chime in on anything tonight and say something to me and make me cream my pants. Feel free to do that. We are live. And we're having fun, I suppose. And we're going to talk more about a lot of things. But let's continue with this. I hope to hear from everybody. What up to the chat? How you guys doing? We got King Hueco, Slot fans here. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's up? Alfredo Flores is here. Ghost from the Coast is here. And Custer is here, taking his pants off. And that's it, motherfucker. We'll get this thing going here. Let's hear. And we're gonna go. CNN released the other day a list of how to guide through neo-pronouns. So I guess we'll all take CNN very seriously. When CNN, thank God, CNN released like a guide for neo-pronouns. You know what I mean? Just in case us wanted to know how to say duck self. When duck self feels duck self's awareness. Yeah, CNN is you're fucking psychos. I never want to hear anybody say anything ever again about CNN being good or a normal place or I listen to. Go fuck yourself. And I don't like Fox at all. I don't listen to any mainstream media because they're all the same. It doesn't matter. But it's funny. Some of these people are like, but Fox is really bad. Oh, yeah? Well, CNN plays make-believe, okay? CNN has make-believe tweets about neo-pronouns. You know what? Fuck can fuck self. How about that? You delusional fucking psychopaths. Go fuck yourselves and die. Where were we? Where were we? I don't remember. We were watching the thing.
Toys. Everybody in AEW say, I'm the heart, I'm the soul, I'm the spirit. Well, that's objective. What is a fact is the people who say that certainly aren't the chin of AEW because the lights go out faster than what? GTS, go to sleep. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I got rocked too. I told the House of Black no chops, and they chopped me, so I'm very mad.
I don't like that he's carrying around this secondary belt. Like, I don't get it. I get maybe it's eventually to build up he has heat or something, like he's the bad guy because he's walking around with another AEW title, but I just don't get how MJF is the champion and he's just sitting back, like, not saying anything. I know that that's the goal because maybe at some point, he's going to say something and they're going to have a match to legitimately make sure that MJF beats Punk, for that belt. But it's just like, it really, oh my God, bro, it delegitimizes the fucking AEW title by having this guy walk around with a second one, and it wouldn't if they would get to the point quicker. Like, the second that Shawn Michaels showed up away after Razor Ramon had won the vacated Intercontinental Championship, Razor, they immediately were like, yo, I'm the Intercontinental Champion, not you. And he immediately went into that. Like, so it made sense because they right away, they went into it. But what doesn't make sense is not to go almost right into it so that we can settle the dispute. So I don't know what this means. Does CM Punk is going to wrestle Hangman? What, for the not AEW title, but AEW title? And what does that even mean then? And so if Punk wins, then he's still his own AEW champion? Like, it doesn't make sense at this point to me. If they went right into it, then fine. You know what I mean? Like, if MJF was like, yeah, I don't think so, bitch. And CM Punk's like, yeah, you never beat me for this. Like, then it would be like, okay, that's understandable. They're going to wrestle and find out who the real champion is. Why isn't that the storyline? And if that's going to be the storyline soon, fine. But why aren't they, like, starting to get into it already? But if it's a slow burn, I understand that as well. But again, it just seems like it's too long of a slow burn for me. Like, to go into this, it's just too much. And it is going to be, I think it is entertaining, and it's possibly entertaining, and it's going to be entertaining, and I sort of like it, but I'm like, I have anxiety over the, like, I don't know how to explain this. I have anxiety over CM Punk walking around with the belt when MJF has the belt. It's giving me anxiety the longer that somebody doesn't say, no, stop. No. We're not doing this. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel weird about it. King, thank you for the comments earlier. Were you the one that commented on my every Tom McDonald song ever I put up on Corrupted? Let me know if that was you. I forget. It might have been you. Or it was somebody else. I'm not sure. But, like, I just thought that would be funny to, like, make a little thing where it's, like, every song by Tom McDonald ever, but then in the end, he's right, and I'm just doing something like that. We'll talk about that later. Doesn't make sense, but it's entertaining, says Young Macho. Yeah. When I see Joe, I see Dummy, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Whenever I see LA Knight, I think of Dummy, yeah. And remember back in the day, dude, remember back in the day when I praised that too? I was like, man, this is huge. I can't stop saying it. And what is it, 6 years later? 6 years later, he drops the dummy and just has the yeah. And it's over. It's so weird because the shit was over with us 6 years ago for a little bit. I mean, it was over with a lot of people in TNA Impact, but like it got over with me. And the yeah is all he needed in the end. So good call, man. I'm very happy this guy made it to this far. Because he had that charisma a while ago. It's like he's not the most insane in the ring. He's just like, towards the end of Stone Cold's career, he had 12 moves or whatever. Elbow, punch, kick, elbow drop, suplex, elbow off the top rope, slam, Lou Vest press, clothesline. Just like a few things that Stone Cold had, and that's all he needed. The Rock, same thing. Kicks, leg drops, elbows, suplexes, slams, punches, DDT, rock bottom. That's about it. Sharpshooter, I think he did a submission. That's all. Stone Cold had the $1 Million Dream, the sleeper hold he'd throw on there. So it's just that's all a character like this needs. And we know that from history. And it's funny because Shawn Michaels is probably my favorite wrestler of all time. And Shawn Michaels didn't have the, if Stone Cold, The Rock, Hulk Hogan had A+ personalities, right? They're all different in a way, right? Stone Cold and The Rock had the charisma, the promo skills, and good wrestling. You know what I mean? They weren't, but Shawn Michaels had the better wrestling, very strong, charisma, and good promo skills. Pretty good promo skills, Shawn Michaels. Intense and good, like Hulk Hogan. I almost Shawn Michaels is almost like Hogan. Hogan would be like, well, let me tell you something, dude, we're going down there and blah, blah, blah. But, he wasn't the greatest thing ever, but he had intensity and charisma. Intensity and charisma, that's what Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels had. But Stone Cold and The Rock didn't just have intensity and charisma. They also, they had this third attribute to their promo skills. What they said had a lot of substance. You know what I mean? When The Rock would say crazy, funny stuff or things like that, poontang your ass out of here, you dirty son of a bitch. You'd be like, wow, he had a depth to what he was saying. Stone Cold Steve Austin, when you look in Stone Cold's eyes, there ain't a damn thing. And you really believed it all. So there was this, I would call it depth. Whether it's comedy, seriousness, a point, what you're saying, they had a depth. Hulk Hogan didn't really have a depth, and neither did Shawn Michaels usually. So it's weird how you can rate all these guys in a different way. But Shawn Michaels was the best wrestler, I believe, of all of them. The most entertaining in the ring as far as wrestling goes and selling. But Hogan could get a bigger response verbally from the crowd because of his charisma and his character. So it's funny how character and charisma can get a bigger response from the crowd But sometimes your charisma and wrestling ability and selling and storytelling can also get a bigger response from the crowd, which is what Shawn Michaels could do. And if you can get all those things to sort of hit those top levels, that's where we get these top guys from. And it's kind of crazy when you think about it. So Stone Cold and The Rock had more of a depth to their lines and their promos. Shawn Michaels and the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, well, what you gonna do? They had an intensity, but like Stone Cold had an intensity too, and so did The Rock. The difference is they had the depth. Once in a while, Shawn Michaels pulled out some of that depth, and once in a while, Hulk Hogan could pull out some of that depth a little bit, but it's funny to measure them on those different skills. And like Bret Hart was probably more along the lines of Shawn. Shawn Michaels had a better conviction and intensity most times. But when Bret Hart became a heel, Bret Hart really did have that intensity. And he developed that depth. It still was more like, it was slightly above Hogan when Hogan was a heel, I thought. But it just wasn't on The Rock and Stone Cold, but it was really good. And he was like, your damn USA's a damn toilet, and I'm embarrassed that I even wrestle here in front of all these criminal people, because back in Canada, this stuff doesn't happen. My brother and I, Owen, are embarrassed to be here. And it was like, wow, he really had something going on at that point. But before that, when he used to be like, well, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do the best because I'm the best there is, he didn't really have a depth. He just was relaying face comments, on a lower level than Hogan and on a lower level even than maybe Macho Man when he was a face, we're going to find out who the best there is in the ring tonight when me and Shawn Michaels step out there. There's no love lost in between the two of us. And the fact that, it's just he just was to the point, and okay, you took him seriously. You could tell he took himself very seriously, and that's really about it, which is fine. Bret Hart's face promos were 6 out of 10s. But Bret Hart's heel promos were 7s and 8s, as far as I'm concerned. And Hulk Hogan, his face promos were 7 out of 10s because he had intensity. But I think Hulk Hogan's heel promos were kind of like 6 out of 10s. You didn't quite 100% always believe him, but he was such a prick. You kind of didn't like him. He was like, well, as far as I'm concerned, dude, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and you're just annoyed by him, but he wasn't blowing the roof off anything, but he was executing what he had to do pretty well. You know what I mean? And my voice is all jacked up tonight, so doing impressions was probably a mistake because I can barely get the full force of everything out right now. In regards to a Hangman Page, this is coming out of the Fuck Full Select. In regards to Hangman Page and CM Punk, we were flat out told the promo after Collision was not a work or a planned thing that Page was involved in. I can't imagine Punk didn't get those comments cleared with AEW. Yeah, but you know what? If you are planning on doing something at some point soon or in the future, you do it. You go, hey, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to say some shit. I'll say some stupid shit about his action figure doesn't sell or something, and we'll just get everybody worked up. And then you say that it wasn't part of the show so that they can start building that real fight. Think about how long everybody's had to cool down from everything that happened. And if they've worked it out in the back, at this point and they're trying to relaunch something, that's what you would do, right? You would sort of okay, we're going to say that you weren't supposed to say that, and people will start getting upset or chatting about it, and we'll start getting off to the races with it, right? If it's not that, who cares? But it could be. Right? It could be. Shit bomb. Donation. And thank you, Texas Chode House. Brian Rogers with a super chat, man. How are you doing, brother? Thank you, sir. If you guys want to donate, the link is pinned to the top of the stream. Streamlabs, it's up there, or Stream Elements down below. Let me know, man. I would like to hear from you guys. And I would also, we could use the help. We could use the support. I would love to be live with you throughout this week a little bit more. But If not, I may have to pull some doubles at my other job, man, because I really got to make up a lot of stuff. I'm getting kind of to the nitty-gritty here on some things. So drop it now if you want. Don't save it for Monday or Wednesday, because that may not come. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show if you want to support and get thousands of bonus hours of podcasts and stuff that you can't hear here on YouTube. It's all on Patreon, including the first couple hundred episodes ever of the Corrupted podcast, plus all my songs and music and downloads and weird moments and weird stuff. Podcasts with me and my wife and me and Jake and me and Jesse and Drew and Jesse and others, and Corrupted and me and Justin Bailey and me and my wife, me and my mother is podcast. It's all up there, and so many other things over the past 7 years. If you've missed them, they're all on Patreon. You can download them all. You get I think you get just about everything ever at $5. $2, you get a lot of things, almost everything as well. But I'd go $5 because that'd be better. But also, if you become a $25 producer, you're a $25 producer, and we could use some producers. So there you go. Promo over. CNN is just shit on for releasing this post the other day. They were like, a guide to neo-pronouns, as in z, zi, zer, zem, there, them, ver, eem, zeem, her, har, ha. I'll never take CNN seriously again, and not that I ever did anyway, but like, good Christ, our world is becoming retarded as fuck. Like, I don't know what's going on, bro, but this place is absolute full fucking retard. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but, you know. I don't know, bro. Very weird. Tony Khan is, you know, I know that a lot of people are saying, you know, Tony Khan's on drugs and stuff like that. I don't think that's true. You know, I mean, right now, I think, sure, he's probably done some speed here or there. You know, I understand that, but I don't think so, dude. By the way, Texas Chode House, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Appreciate that, man. Pimps up, hose down, West Side. Used some pH wipes last night, Van Edwards. Good to hear from you, man. Glad you used them. I know my wife gave us the answer we were all looking for last night. How did your football teams doing? This is going to be a big football year. And the Sunday football show, the Sunday night football show coming here to JCS. So I hope you guys are pumped up for football this year, because we will be doing it right here as usual. I will be doing my picks like we've been doing the last couple of years, but I'll be trying to do them, you know, I think the picks will happen on Tuesday. So I think picks will happen on Tuesday, and Sunday will be kind of like the football review sort of thing, where we catch up with everybody's team. It won't just be the Patriots. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to cover the Patriots. We'll be talking about all the teams, you know what I mean, with everybody. So it'll be a good time. We'll do a lot of football this year. That sounded like a horse, dude. That sounded like a fucking horse. I don't know if I'm dying or I got something wrong with me. And I don't know. Wow, I did it again. Dude, I'm turning into Jim Cornette. I'm afraid if I play that, the Jim Cornette might copyright me for that. Like if I do the night. Good. I ate it like forever ago. Why? Oh, why wouldn't you have a piece?
You ever cook and then you don't feel like eating it?
Yes. Whenever I cook, I don't want to eat. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm sure I'll go back and
Sit down and drink water. That's what does it for me.
I figured out where the junk in the dishwasher is coming from.
Where?
That bottom seal is like broken and gone. It's collecting crap.
Oh,
But you can replace it. It's pretty easy to do. We just have to get the seal.
okay.
So I'm going to have to call some appliance stores tomorrow and see what the cheapest price is. There's like one on Amazon, but it has crap reviews. So I'm not
I'll blow you for that sweatshirt to be washed so I can wear it tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
She needs a hug, obviously. No, you don't have to do it now. I'm just joking. I'm kidding around. Leah, I'm kidding. I work tomorrow and I need a sweatshirt. What's up, chat? Let me read the chat. Okay, hold on a second. Luke Rojas. Luke is not dead. No, he's not dead. He's right here. He slept good. Yeah, Luke, you snored and crapped yourself last night on the show. And you started moaning in your sleep. And that's not a joke. I don't know what the hell was going on at your house. But, dude, you were like... It was very weird, dude. And it wasn't like... I at first, I was like, wait, is he awake and he's trying to mess with us, pretending he's doing that? But you weren't. You were really doing that in your sleep, and it's on Monetize This. So, like, it's there. So, I don't know, bro. Very bizarre and very strange. But, yeah. It wasn't a very good show last night anyway. So, it was probably one of the worst.
It's my birthday.
One of the worst ones of the year.
So you became a member.
Oh. That's what Luke sounded like last night. That's exactly the noise he was making. Chief Wahoo. 10 months in a row, Chief Wahoo. I think Chief Wahoo has unlocked all the badges. Shout out to Chief Wahoo for unlocking all the sexy badges, man. He's really been killing it, has Chief Wahoo. Absolutely beautiful, Chief. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here. Chief Wahoo, you're a dirty man. You don't want to know what I was dreaming about, says Luke. Yeah, dude, it was weird. You were like dreaming about like a boy or something. It was very weird. I don't want to know what you were dreaming about. You know, it was weird. It was like, it was actually uncomfortable. I think a lot of people said that. A lot of people were saying like, okay, this is making me uncomfortable. Yeah, it definitely did. It made me uncomfortable. I was like, yo, this is weird. And because you were really asleep. That's what was weird. Like, it was very bizarre that you were actually asleep making those noises. Like, it was, dude, I've never heard, I don't know. I just can't believe I just can't believe that was you. I thought somebody else was doing it. I was like, somebody's making a noise, and somebody's like, yeah, it's Luke. I'm like, what? And if you go listen to it, like, you'll hear it. It's you. And I even put the camera on your Discord name so that when you were making the noise, you could see it was lighting up that it was you, because it was so creepy. Like, it was 100% weird. Yes, Leah did. She did attack me. She destroyed me last night. My wife beat me up last night. I got tired from trying to talk to 14 other people. Yeah, I know. There was too many people on last night. It's weird. It's weird. Nobody's in there, and it's like, oh, shit, is anybody going to be on the show tonight? I don't know. I wonder who's going to be on. I'm kind of getting word. And then all of a sudden, it's like we go to start the show, and there's 10 people in there, and I go, oh. We really got to figure out a way to limit the rooms. So there's like 5 people, and then we can like bring people in and get them out throughout the night. But dude, I'm telling you, bro, every time I do that, people get angry. They get mad. They're like, I should be on the show. Why can't I be on the show? And I don't care who you are and who the people are. They think that. If they don't get on the show, they like eventually get upset. That's probably why I'm paranoid about kicking people out, because I used to be able to do that all the time. I'd be like, no, I'm not putting more than 7 people on. Piss off. Well, guess what? The next day there's a video. Joe's a scumbag. You know, it's like, so what do you do? And for anybody that's like, well, that won't happen. Okay, it happened like 700 times. So what do you mean that won't happen? Everybody in the chat, what do you call this? In the chat, everybody really quickly tell me, what do you call that? What would you call that? Because, I don't know. I found that on TikTok. Publicly shared on TikTok. Oh, just let me know. What would you call that? Thank you. Come again. I don't know what you'd call it. Hey, Donnie, how you doing, man? Donnie M is here. Luke Rojas is here. Not moaning unlike last night, you know. Good to hear from him. I think Leah really is washing that sweatshirt, even though I said she didn't have to. Absolutely. I did post. What up? Stay 60 feet away. Oh my God. Why did you do that? I told you not to do it. But I told you not to do it. But I told you not to do it. Wait, come back here. But you look really pretty in your shirt. That pink shirt's really pretty. I don't see you in pink a lot. Okay. Leah made zucchini bread. It's so fucking good, dude. Leah made like a shitload of zucchini bread. Pretty pumped up about that. I'm really pumped up about Diablo season 29 of Diablo 3. It's funny because so many people haven't played Diablo 3 in like 10 years. So they're just like, Diablo 3 sucks. Why? What the hell? Like what? And it's like, dude, it's been awesome the last 5 years. How can you not play it? How can you shit on it for when it was crappy and not have played it when it was good? But now you're playing Diablo 4 when it's bad. Makes no sense. Ugh. And the idiots at Diablo released this video with, I said this the other day, we made fun of it. People are calling them terrible, like LGBTQ anti-names or whatever you want to call it. And it's like, dude, they're tearing them up. And it's like, I knew they would. Because, like, they don't know what they're doing. So Asmongold reacted to this, which is funny because we reacted to this the other night. And I said that this is such a bad thing by Blizzard because the devs don't know what they're doing. It feels like the people that made Diablo 4 don't really know what they're doing, and that they don't even know about the game they made. And then we watch the senior designer of the dungeons sit down to play the game, and she doesn't know, or whatever it is, doesn't know how to play the game. And you're the senior designer. This person is the senior designer of dungeons. But thank God they have a rainbow Diablo shirt on that matches their hair. And by the way, these two women might be very nice and smart, but it's like this was a big mistake because I think the aesthetics of the thing look really good. I think Diablo 4 looks really good, and the aesthetics look really good. But the dungeons suck. You have to like walk all the way across somewhere, then walk backwards all the time and turn around. And half of Diablo 4 is now like walking and running to another spot to do. It's like, I'll just play Diablo 3. But then it turns out these people don't know what they're doing. We talked about this on the show the other night.
Associate designer on Diablo 4. What are we playing today, Dini? Can kill you.
I will be your last stupid mistake. Hi, I'm Deanie. I am a senior dungeon designer on Diablo 4.
Howdy, I'm Josie, an associate designer on Diablo 4. What are we playing today, Dini?
So today, I wanted us to play Belfry Zakara, because it is pretty cool. Belfry Zakara is a dungeon that you find on the coast of Hawazar. It's pretty cool, because it's the only dungeon that is got the kind of like Zack architecture going on mixed with...
Here's the first thing. What are they playing with? Controllers. By the way,
I said that last night. They're playing with friggin' controllers. The so-called nerdy people, they're sitting there with controllers. Playing Diablo with controllers. It's made for fucking PC, bro.
I know obviously anytime that there's a woman on the screen, there are people that smell like Cheetos who take that as an invitation to make a comment on their appearance. There are so many things wrong with this game. I don't want to fucking see your opinion on somebody's haircut.
Fuck you. I'm going to comment on everybody. I'm going to talk about the fact that Asmongold looks like he lives in a fucking trailer and cooks crack meth and shops at the Andrew WK white t-shirt store. I'm going to talk about how your t-shirt looks dirty, and we're going to talk about how I can't grow facial hair, and I wear the same backwards hat every single day, and I'm starting to look like a fat Muppet. Oh, shit. I find people's looks interesting as hell. Omar Fakarane.
Come on, make me believe in tasty. I'm so thirsty, would you answer me? All my friends are fucking the man, 'cause all my friends are drinking cran. They're drinking cran, 'cause all my friends are drinking cran. I got the fucking cran. We got
The extreme wokeness will end up in fucking the regular LGBTQ people and will make the normal folk accept any alternative, which possibly could be fascism, to get rid of the mad left. Normality is dead. Tim Gillian called it dictatorship is upon us.
I agree. Unfortunately, Omar Fakarani, you're right. It's true, man. When you let crazy people control everybody else, it's going to bring out actual bigoted people. It's going to hurt actual people who are LGBTQ, stuff like that. They're going to be hurt because their own side of group is hurting other people, and that's going to cause bigot people to rise up because other people will accept it because they need allies and soldiers in a way. And so you're going to see, like, and I already said this because this already came true. We had Antifa, and then I said, well, wait till the right-wing version of this. And then we got it. The Proud Boys went from defending people to being aggressive, and then different groups, Patriot Sons of this and that and thing and whatever, all these things popped up. And it's just going to keep going because evil fights evil, and it grows until it's a big war. So, yeah, no, you're right. It's going to hurt a lot of people. But I think most of us are still pretty grounded, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think most of us love each other no matter what, and who cares? But it is going to make extremes. The extreme sides it's going to be ugly, bro. I don't know. But Omar, thank you for the $17, man. I really appreciate it. We didn't reach my goal last night, but, we didn't come close to it, actually. But I appreciate the donation. We're somewhat there, man. I just want to, pay the bills. So thank you for that, man. That got us to 209, so, we're getting there. A little bit of ways away. But we'll see. I normally don't do goals that high, but hey, when that's what you need, might as well set it to the goal you need, right? This is a telethon. But thank you, Omar, for that $17. Yeah, I mean, I said this all the other night because, we reacted to this a few days ago, and now I think so many people have reacted to it. I've been interested to hear what everybody else has to say. I don't give a shit what they look like for real. I don't care what they look like. Look at what I look like. Look what anybody looks like. I don't care what anybody's preference. Nothing. None of that matters. All that matters is, like, bro, they don't know how to really play the game. I thought maybe it was because, like, they're having a conversation with each other, and they're probably, a little nervous about that and trying to make a video for Blizzard and all these other things. And so they're not paying as much attention to the game as you would think. But it's like, bro, they just shouldn't have done this. Not them, but whoever decided to release this. But it explains, it's like, why are people, the perception, though, from other people is going to be like, oh, these people were hired because of their attributes. Like, their physical attributes is why they were hired. That's the perception of many people. I don't care if you think that sucks and whatever. I agree, maybe, but the bottom line is people are going to be like, oh, they got hired because, like, they're that way. Because what other reason would there be for people being incompetent, making incompetent choices? I don't think it's the individuals, though. I'm starting to think it's not them. It's the process. Because I've listened to this video of them multiple times. And they begin to talk about how at Blizzard, everybody has their own thing, and then we share it to someone else, and then someone else shares it, and then we keep sharing it, and we come up with these things. And it's like, no, what? So everybody's working on a different thing, so in the end, the creation is like retarded. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't even know what the analogy is, but the analogy, it's like, hey, everybody, we're making a Christmas tree. Okay, you do the lights, you do the leaves or the pine needles, you do the stems, and you do the ornaments. And then everybody is like, okay, but they don't know what type of tree it is. Is it a tree that we're making out a real tree to scale with paper, with colors? What are we doing? I don't know what's going on. So somebody makes like physical ornaments out of paper, but then another person just draws the wood and the stems, and then another person goes out back and actually like cuts up leaves. And then in the end, it doesn't really go together because one person was making a drawing, one person was making a physical statue, and another person was making a painting. And it's like, oh, we all were really creative, but how is this going to go together? Oh, it's not. It's like in Diablo. Oh, you create the dungeon layouts. I'll create the process of how they work. I'll create the color and visuals, and then I'll create the boss, and then I'll create how the loot works in it. And I'll create the monsters. And then everybody creates their own part, and then they have to smash it together, and then when it doesn't make sense, it's because you just played a giant game of fucking telephone. Oh, shit! El Tapo! Cracker! Nosotros soy gringo! Yo soy tu gringo! I miss phoning you. Baby.
Joe Cronin, you know you my favorite white boy, right? Gonna see 50 Cent live Thursday.
Wow, that's crazy. 50 Cent, dude. Man, what's he? How old is 50 Cent now? El Tapo, thank you, man. Yo soy tu gringo. Have fun, bro. 50 Cent live. How 50 Cent's like 50 years old, isn't he? Like, you know what I mean? Right? Is 50 Cent 50 years old? Alexa, how old is 50 Cent?
50 Cent is 48 years old.
Oh, he's almost 50. It would have been perfect if he was 50. Oh, man, bro. That's crazy. $50 Cent is 50. That's when it'll be really fire, bro. What the hell is this? I hope we're shooting. You can shoot me at the club with the gun and shot in my face. Pull the gun out and spray it everywhere and it kills me. Make it come inside of my face. I'm about to put that Caucasian brain. I'm insane. I'm getting crazy. Put that gun up in my mouth. I'm gonna come into my coming boss like when it will come out. Oh, I don't even remember how that goes. But yeah, 50 Cent's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. 50 Cent, bro. I kind of made a little joke out of Tom McDonald earlier today. I like Tom McDonald. I really do. Listen, I like Tom McDonald. But I will say that a lot of his songs are fairly, like, it's funny. In every song he does now, it's always got to be like woke, BLM, broke, you know what I mean? Kids, the conspiracy. Like, it's all the same. He drops the same language in every song now. It's like they tell me to go broke, but go woke, but the BLM and the white guy, this, that. And it's like he does the same thing in every song, which is fine because, like, I actually like it. It's like when people are like, I want to see a sequel, and they release a sequel that's like almost exactly like the first movie, but then they release another sequel and it's like that movie again. But then the minute they derive into something different, people go, no, God, no. It's like Back to the Future, right? Like Back to the Future 1. Then Back to the Future 2 was like a remake of the Back to the Future 1. And so then Back to the Future 3 they did things a little bit different, right? But it still kind of had the same formula, but they did things a little bit different. And people were like, I don't know about that one. It was good, but yeah. Or a lot of people didn't like the second one, though, because they felt it was such a repetitive. So it's like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like Gremlins. Gremlins 1 is a completely different movie than Gremlins 2. Gremlins 2 is like a fucking crazy shit. And people are like, wow, okay. They completely derive from the formula. But Tom McDonald is a rapper. He knows, I'm just going to put out fucking same thing again. You know what I mean? The system's doing this, the system's doing that, the woke, the deep state makes you broke. You know, if you're white, you're bad. If you're black, you're right. The rainbow goblins are coming. You know, so like I like Tom McDonald though, because he really does rhyme things like in a fun way and stuff like that. But earlier I kind of made a funny little bit of a thing out of Tom McDonald. So I kind of had some fun. But yeah, Eminem is weird now. So I agree, bro. El Tapo, thank you for the $7. And Omar, thank you for the $17. We're trying, bro. We're really trying. Friday is a classic. Next Friday is a good Friday. After next is trash. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think, once I saw Don't Be a Menace, I was like, oh my God, that was the movie that took, like, I don't know why I became way more obsessed with that than anything after that came out. Because once I saw that, I was just losing it, bro. I was dying so hard. Cronin for president of Chad, Africa. Thank you, Joe Bishop. Can you imagine that, dude? My dad was 48 when he died, so I get it. 48 should still be young. You should make it to 60, 70 at least. I would like, most people should try to, you should really be making it to 60, 65, 70, 75, at least around then. But, 48, like that sucks if you go around that time. You know what I mean? I mean, you still got a pretty cool life and you made it midway almost, pretty much. But yeah, it'd be nice if most of us would make it to 70 would be cool. I would love to make it to 85 just to see what happens in the world. As long as I don't I don't want to be pooping and like falling in the nursing home. Like I really want to be like, I don't think I'm going to make it that long. I feel like I'm not going to make it because of my stress levels, but it'd be cool. It'd be cool to hit 75 and croak. The other thing is I'd like to die before anything bad happens. Do you know what I mean? I don't want any, I don't want to live, I don't want to see anything bad happen to like my kids or, like my wife. But I want to be around for them all, but like, I don't know. I know my wife will be able to handle herself. Like, I know Leah is able to handle herself. Even if she was older, she'd be like, fine. You know what I'm saying? She's pretty badass. I just, so like, I can go and it'd be all right. That is still young, yeah. That's true. It's true. Sober Eminem equals Joe. Yeah, man, that sucks, David. I'm sorry, bro. I mean, I lost my dad when I was 8, so it's been a while. Like I said, losing my dog was one of the worst things recently. Damn, your dad was 77? That's crazy. Oh, your dad is 77. He's still here. I'd like to make that, man. CM Punk, I just don't care about this for the most part. It's like he did what he did. We'll see what happens. I hope he keeps doing it. If he keeps doing it, I mean, there's something up there. They're planning something. I don't think he would go out there and just do this. Although maybe he was like, well, I'm aggravated tonight. I'm going to say something. Or maybe FTR was like, stop. Oh, what are you doing? But I don't know. It seems like he knew exactly what he was doing. Dude, Champ Chong is out on the golf course. I remember when Champ Chong used to call the show all the time. He was a big YouTuber for a long time. And he used to call my show with wrestling takes, and we would talk wrestling. And we were always really friendly. And over the years, he would come and go from YouTube because he had little kind of freakouts and mental problems about it, which I understand because I have them now. I think I had 5 years on YouTube where I was so good that I was so happy that I couldn't be bothered with any bad stuff. But when you start to crash down, you start to see, you start to become mental. And I know I've become mental. And that's why Champ Chong, I could see Champ Chong, he became pretty mental when he started having less success. And, he kept coming and going and freaking out and looking very sad and a mess. And I don't know what he does in his real life now, but I know that he hasn't done YouTube in a year. And I know that now all he does is he posts on Twitter him golfing, and he loves golfing, and he's always talking about golfing. So I don't know what's up with that. But it sounds like he found peace maybe. But I was always worried about that for myself. I was always like, oh no, I'm going to become one of those YouTubers that like things go bad and I start freaking out and then I get really depressed and then I lose a bunch of stuff and I have to leave to go do more real job stuff and I'm back to being just a regular person who's not very good at real life. And then eventually I'm going to find something that makes me happy while I'm working my real job. And then I'm going to go on YouTube with that, like the hobby. And now I'm not really a YouTuber anymore. I'm just streaming my hobby, trying to be sane, not delivering really content anymore, but just doing it because it makes me happy. So many people become that. So many people become that. Especially like video games. They go into video games and they stream it to their audience, but their channel died. Like it's happened with so many people, countless people, even people I know. And then other people like become dart players and they put videos up of that. And you're like, this guy used to do fucking baseball talk and I loved it. Now he just uploads darts to his fucking channel. So it's so weird. So Champ Chong is doing that with golf, but he seems happy.
$9 for a fuck, someone donated 9. I'm getting hard, I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9, I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9, suck my dick.
Omar Fakarane.
You think the Red Sox got any chance this year? The goddamn Boston sports is hitting a dark road, man. It's fucking depressing.
Yeah, Boston sports are in a dark place right now. We had about 18 years of fire, though. So I'm happy we had that time. And since my kids don't really care about sports, it seems like they don't really care, then I guess like I don't feel as bad. I'm like, oh, well, they won't know anyway, so whatever. My kids just don't seem to care that much. And I didn't really either for a while when I was a kid, but they just really don't care. So I'm like, okay. And I tell my kids, I'm like, you don't understand. As a kid, I watched my team suck, and then when we were awesome, it was so rewarding and fun to watch because I watched them lose so much. But yeah, here's Champ Chong, man. He's out on the golf course. He's having a blast, it looks like. I mean, this guy used to do PlayStation and gaming reviews and just sit there and play games and talk about games and video game news. And now it's like I've spent 8 to 10 hours a day out here working on my game, he says. 4 days until a tournament. So, but I wonder, like, did he, like, win money or something? Because this is what I would be doing if I won money. Like, if I won the lottery and I won, like, $15 million, this is what I'd be doing. I'd probably be out playing golf and making videos on golf, just having fun and sharing it with people, but not really caring if people liked it, hated it, whatever. I don't care. I'm just having fun playing golf, and I'm still connected with people. Cool. You know, but if you are not doing well at life, then you're panicking, making YouTube videos, trying to do as good as you can, hoping that things will go well, and you're like, oh. But like when you're relaxed and you're comfortable with life, that's when you start making golfing videos. So I'm wondering, it's like, did he win the lottery, or did he like score a job as a lawyer making millions of dollars or something? What is going on? And I asked him kind of on Twitter, and he hasn't responded to me yet, but I was sort of like, yeah, man, what happened? Like, did you, like, why are you're very at peace, it seems like, focused on golf. But, like, if I was struggling for money and stuff like that or still working the grind, I wouldn't be out golfing for 8 to 10 hours. Do you know what I mean? So something had to have happened to him that's good, because, I mean, how could you be out there doing that if that's the case? I don't know, bro. Interesting. Joe Cronin, I'm going to be in Boston for the Eagles versus Patriots game. Really? Louis Urdaneta. Oh, boy. Well, that's going to be a hell of a game. You know what I mean? Because the Eagles, I mean, bro, those fans are going to try to trash Gillette Stadium. You guys are going to bring your trash here. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Kennedy says, because this is not really sustainable income, if you spend the time most did on these channels, you could find a trade that would make $200,000 a year. Man, I don't know if I could. I don't know. Maybe. I'm really a terrible worker, though. I don't know. I'm good at sales. I'm usually very good at sales. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I started making part-time income on YouTube in 2014. So, I mean, I've been making part-time to full-time income on YouTube for 10 years now. And 5 of those years, it was full-time. In 5 of those years, it was much more than I would ever make working anywhere else. But yeah, you're kind of right. You are, for the most part, right. It's like a show on TV. You know, you get 3 years, 3 seasons, 5 seasons, 7 seasons. Not many people can go 10 seasons. You know what I mean? Not many people can go 10. And but I'm sort of like I have like the Conan O'Brien career going on right now. You know? Like I started small on The Simpsons as a writer. And then I got The Late Show. And then I got really good ratings on The Late Show and got a really good fucking paycheck. But then I got The Tonight Show. But then I lost that. And then I had to go to TBS and survive on TBS for, you know, like that's what we're doing. I am good at wiffle ball. That is true, Mr. Pico Boulevard. Yeah, CM Punk does feel like he's turning heel with these promos that we're talking about. So yeah, he might be going heel. Anyway, man, let me take a quick break real quick, and we'll play the Tom McDonald diss/parody. The Tom McDonald diss/parody. I'll be back. I might be back in a minute.
Black Lives Matter, yeah, every song's the same. Keep repeating all the same words until they're stuck in your brain. You say dirty money, but it's the same as you do. Capitalize on fear, repeating mantras like fake news. Many beats you say you made, but I can buy them too. I'm begging Tom McDonald to tell us who is the real you. Audio Jungle. Right-wing morons who you choose. Push the anti-woke agenda in the blender. Tell them they can't lose. The deep state on the news, and we really are all screwed. Look at Biden, who supports half the country is made by fools. And you are so fake. Make no mistake. Shame though, I'm faked by a snowflake. It has been target kids, but like don't know female is. Woke agenda worse than Crips, but they looting stores for men, looting trips, no one arrested for it. Counting on you giving in, but I will not let them win. Never man. If you protect property, you probably go to jail. If we keep making laws like this, lawlessness it will prevail. Rainbow flags above red, white, and blue like Germany in World War II. Soon they might just succumb for you, and you will not know what to do. How do we get to this point? Maybe Tom McDonald was right. Maybe it's time that I bought some guns and got ready for a fight. And you are so fake, make no mistake. Shame though, 'cause I'm faked by a snowflake. You are so fake.
fight with woke. They don't care if they go broke, because the end game is that they leave us choking in all this smoke. I refuse to lose, so fuck it all, I'll burn this whole world down. Before I give my rights up to you, suck my dick, you fucking clown. The whole world is so fake. The whole world is so fake. The whole world is so fake. You snowflakes, you're so fake. Wait a minute. Maybe Tom McDonald was right. Oh, I'm back from my pee-pee break. I ran and I pissed. I pissed fast. That might have been the fastest pee break ever. Fast pee break there. Ugh. CM Punk shoots. I don't even care. I don't care if it's real, fake, a work, not a work. I don't care. Cronin thinks AEW is underutilizing international star. Man, let me tell you what they're underutilizing. They're underutilizing my prick. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig my... I love Cronin. I love him. So, WWE is trying to decide if Nick Aldis and Robert Roode could be new producers. Now, Nick Aldis doesn't know if he wants to do this 100%. So, basically, WWE is letting Nick Aldis and Robert Roode sort of shadow other SmackDown producers and sort of learn from them and then work. Shit bomb. So they can find out
who wins one-on-one in hell, Reggie Lewis or Land Bias.
Oh, man. I'm going Reggie Lewis. Just got to do it. Mr. Pico Boulevard, thank you, bro. Thank you, sir. Mr. Pico Boulevard. I've been waking up with crazy allergies, man. I had a real rough time this week. I don't know what the fuck is going on with allergies and why they're so bad. Like really bad. It's like, why am I getting worse? You know, and I know Leah's get allergies, but I don't know, dude. These have been crippling headache type. Like, I can't. Like, it's hard to function. Allergies, and I don't get better until like 3 p.m. in the day. It's weird. Wake up and it's like, oh my God, bro. It's to the point where it's like, dude, I just want to like drive the car into a pole and just bash my whole body open. And then it's like I have to take disability or workman something or like take, I don't know, government. Because like it's like, this sucks, bro. Or like, where could I move that these allergies wouldn't happen? You know, like, where could I go that this wouldn't happen? Like, would it be worse in Canada or not as bad? But then again, in Canada, if you don't agree with the government, you know, they'll freeze your bank account and take your bank from you. So, yeah, not really excited about moving to communist Canada. So, don't really like the idea of Canada. And, I mean, Mexico, would there be less? Maybe I should move down to Mexico with Jesse Ventura and his wife who's on marijuana. I mean, maybe go down to Mexico because it's hot and, like, the trees are different or something, and then I wouldn't have... Or would it be worse in Mexico, though? What if it's worse in Mexico? That's not good. I don't want to deal with that. So... Or would it be better if I was, like... If I went to, like... Iceland Would Iceland be a good place to go to avoid allergies? I don't know. Greenland, maybe? Maybe Greenland, because that's the one that's actually covered in ice. So maybe Greenland. So maybe I need to live in the fucking icicles of hell in order to survive this, with allergies getting worse. I don't know. Could be. God damn, some girl is hot on Twitter. Oh, she's 98 years old. Never mind. Trudeau broke up with his wife, by the way. So Justin Trudeau breaking up with his wife. This Justin Trudeau is breaking up with his wife. They're getting divorced. It's being said that Justin will now move in with his new spouse, a 9-year-old boy. No, I don't know. Yeah, Justin Trudeau's a weirdo. So maybe she caught Justin Trudeau doing the same type of stuff, trafficked, like Bill Gates' wife. Anybody ever think of that? By the way, has anybody noticed that FouseyTube is back and he's a psychopath again? Anybody notice that FouseyTube is back with a vengeance? All over Twitter, having mental breakdowns left and right everywhere, all over again. Like, I feel like FouseyTube is at the point where it's like any day now. Like, I dare I say what I'm going to say, but you know what I mean? Like, we're going to have another situation where, like, Keemstar gets blamed for somebody not being here anymore. My God, Triple H! Oh my God! Mankind's head, or Cactus Jack's head, damn near decapitated by the steel chair! Triple H with one of the most vicious damn shots you'll ever see! That was unbelievable. And there was so many of them back then, you know? Back in the Attitude Era. Oh. All right. Puppy fetishes at Austin Pride Month asked if kink is appropriate for children. Well, that's weird. That's kind of bizarre.
Reporting on the events today. Can you I've seen a lot of the dog costumes and stuff. There was a float, a parade float, and with them dancing and everything. So can you give me an explanation of, what this is?
Yeah. It's like a kink thing, like a leather thing, kind of. It's like, are you familiar with like Dom Sub play at all?
Yeah.
It's kind of similar.
Okay, but just with the masks and stuff like that.
It's like a puppy persona kind of that you put on.
Well, and you probably have seen all the controversy around, pride parades around the country and, children being involved and stuff. What's your take on that? Do you think, kink should be allowed at Pride? Do you think it should be open, accepted, and welcome? Or, I imagine that's the direction you trend, but tell me a little more about that.
I think kink is like a huge part of why we have Pride in the first place. Like, all of this is to celebrate sexualities and like genders and differences with people. And that's just one of those things. And I think it doesn't hurt kids to know that it exists, and like better sex education, better knowledge of options and different things is only good for them if you like give it to them on their level.
Awesome. Thank you for your
Give it to them on their level. I mean, he's really close to saying the right thing, in my opinion, but that is a little weird. Like I would be saying, like, no, what I'm doing, my sexual being and how I perform sex and have sex and like sex and get involved with sexual things is perfectly fine for anybody who's of the age to engage in that. You know what I mean? So, like, for adults, yes. Like, this is great. I don't think any sexual stuff, would be okay with kids. None of that until they're at the appropriate age of when, we think that, they can have education classes. When they have those, you know, that's different. But like, no, I don't think I need to be walking around with an 8-year-old telling her about what I do. It doesn't make that's weird. You know what I mean? Like, so, but he doesn't really get into that. He sort of just says like, oh no, I like appropriate age. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this guy's bringing it up, the other guy, for no real reason other than, well, they're all the weird stuff with kids. But yeah, I've seen like kids taking photos with these dog people with, like, they got ball sack chains on. It's like, dude, that's weird. Like, if you were at a straight party where people were dominatrixes and stuff like that, and it was straight people, like doms and straight people were having a parade, and it's like, I wouldn't want kids there either. Or at any straight sexualized, like if there was a straight pride parade where straight people were like doing weird things together, coming down the street, like being proud to be straight, but like half naked and doing things, like I wouldn't want kids there either. Because that it's not about straight or gay or whatever. It's about, this is not okay for kids. Like, how is this not just fucking obvious? You're confusing kids and making weird shit go on. What are they doing?
CM Punk is a bigger cancer to wrestling than Hogan and Bret put in one.
CM Punk is a bigger cancer to wrestling than Hogan, Bret put into one. Ryan Fields, thank you for the $4.99. I don't think that Bret or Hulk Hogan were cancers to wrestling. Hulk Hogan was one of the biggest names in wrestling that launched wrestling. So I would never think that Hogan is ever a cancer to wrestling. Anybody who thinks Hulk Hogan is a cancer to wrestling is a fucking cunt retard. And anybody who thinks Bret Hart is a cancer to wrestling is also a retard idiot. You know? And CM Punk could possibly be a bit of a cancer to wrestling at this point, but Hulk Hogan and Bret Hart never were. So I don't know where that comes from or who would say that, but that's absolutely wrong. You know? My checks are being garnished because of the depth my mother left behind. It sucks. There's no way I can fight it. Are you serious? What type? Wait a minute. Garnished? What did your mom leave behind? I didn't even know they could do that. They can go after your stuff from what your mom left behind? What the hell did your mom leave behind? Is it like me owing the IRS $68,000? So if I die tomorrow and then Leah dies, you're telling me the IRS is going to go after my kids? Is that what you're saying to me? That's crazy. I mean, if I died and Leah died, my mother will be dead. Her father will be dead. My mother should leave us like about $100,000 once we sell her house. Leah's father will leave us something like that too. And when me and Leah die, hopefully, we'll have paid off a lot of the house and we'll have something. So technically, if I still owed the IRS an amount of money in debts, at least a quarter or half of that money should pay all that off. So hopefully that would take care of that. But man, I don't know. It's a rough month this month, I'll tell you that. If you guys can, sign up on Patreon. All I can do is keep trying to promote to try to stay afloat. Keep trying to promote to stay afloat. I had a really bad month this month. It's really been bad. Damn, the IRS is like the mafia. Not the IRS, it's with the car loan and the delinquent taxes on her house. Oh, okay. I didn't know that a car loan, don't they just repo the car? I didn't know a car loan could collect on you that way. And I didn't know that a town could garnish your paychecks for taxes on the house. Hogan put over Kidman, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Was Hogan a bit of a liar sometimes and a scummy dude and a political fuck? Yes. Right? Of course. Of course. Right? But I still think Hogan wasn't a cancer. You could argue about what Hogan did to his career with the, N-word stuff later on or whatever, but I don't know. Get your pH 8, Joe. Well, I love you guys, man. I'm gonna wrap it up so I can relax for a little bit before I go back to hell this week and have a I don't know, but definitely hope you guys stop by a lot throughout the week if I do go live at all at any point this week, and yeah, man. Hope you sign up on Patreon, but if you want to support the show, you guys can use the links in the description box down below. You can use paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show, paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show to privately donate. You can use Amazon, my link for Amazon, to purchase anything off Amazon. And if you buy stuff off Amazon, I get credit for everything you buy. So if you ever buy things off Amazon or you recurringly buy things on Amazon, use my link. It will give me credit. I'll post that in the chat right now. So for anybody that, for all the people that don't donate, can't donate, don't want to donate, but you love buying yourself stuff on Amazon, use my Amazon link at least. That will give some support as well. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the streams this past week, man. I hope people laughed and had fun and that sort of thing. And if I don't see you guys on Monday Night Raw review and I don't see you, for a bit, just hit me up on Twitter at MetaWorldOnline and check out the channel. Watch more of my videos if you can, and hit the like buttons all the time, and you'll get recommended my videos more the right way. You'll get alerts. If you're a patron, you'll get the alert that I'm live every time. You should at least. And that's it, man. I think I covered everything that I wanted to say on a Sunday night. Thank you to everybody who was here to support the channel. Ryan Fields, Mr. Pico Boulevard, Omar Fakarani, who was the top dono. Thank you, Omar. El Tapo, Chief Wahoo, Texas Chode House, Todd Golden. Thank you. I will catch you guys throughout the week. Throughout the sexy week. I'm going to go eat my wife's zucchini bread. For real. Thank you, Federico Garza. What up, OG? Woo! Thanks, Big Merc. Big Merc, you a big Merc, a big sexy. Oh, shit. Wow.
Moxley needs to win the international belt from Pockets Cassidy. It would be history first time ever holding the international belt.
I mean, but is it really that big a history? The belt really doesn't have a lot of lineage yet, right, Ryan Fields? Right? But I'll take it. You know what? I don't know, though, man. Moxley doesn't really do well with belts, though. You know what I mean? Like, Moxley doesn't carry belts well for some reason. It's like he really doesn't need them. I really don't like Moxley with a belt. Even though I'm not the biggest Orange Cassidy fan, I'm wondering if maybe Orange Cassidy would be better because Moxley just does not do well with belts. Look at that. Ryan dropping the super chat. He don't want the show to end. Ryan trying not to let the show end. Ryan, thank you so much, man. My buddy Wolf hit me up. Yeah, I don't know, man. I like Moxley enough, but it's just that the way he wrestles and the way things are going with Moxley, I just don't think I don't think Moxley needs a belt. I think every time he touches a belt, something doesn't go well with it. But he's fine on his own, just doing his own roguish thing. You know, so I would I'd prefer Orange Cassidy, actually. Just keep it. But that's me. I don't know what's up with Billy Gunn, too. Is this a work that he's retired, or is this part of the story? You know, I'm not really sure what's going on. I feel like it's some kind of work or whatever, but I'm not really 100%. I didn't pay enough attention the other night to decipher whether it was a work or not. But I guess we'll find out, man. I guess we'll find out, you know? Thank you, sir, for that last-minute super chat.